A man in Tennessee is suing Apple for his porn addiction. He feels that Apple knew that pornography can be addicting, so they should have taken certain steps to prevent people from watching so much of it. So this man, his name is Chris Sevier, and he claims that he's a lawyer. I don't know if I really believe him. He says that Apple should install a content filter as a default on all their browsers. So if anyone wants to watch porn or gets a little tempted to watch porn, they'll search for it and it won't work, they'll get blocked. And if they desperately want to watch it and they're over the age of 18, all they have to do is contact Apple, get a specific code, enter the code into the browser, and then they can go to work.
Okay, so there's so much I love about this story, but Anna's body motions probably take the cake. So if you're tempted to get into porn, okay, is that what guys do? They sit down at the computer and they're like, wait a minute, I'm so tempted. Let me get this thing started right.
I don't know. You tell me. What do you guys do?
I wouldn't know. So the second part is, I like that this guy's like, all right, no, it's okay, porn's all right, but you got to write in first. Okay, you got to get the permission, because that's how guys are going to do it, right?
Yeah.
They can't wait to write in and say, I, John, Singleton, would like to have permission to watch porn, Apple. Is that okay? Thank you very much. I'd like an access code now. And second of all, I don't know if you know this, but Apple doesn't own the internet.
Yeah. So I know what he's trying to say, that Apple, can do something with Safari where you'll need the code to get the porn, whatever. But I mean, there are other operating systems, and Apple is not in charge of the internet. Okay, so, and by the way, like, knowing him and his habit, he would go and get the freaking code, and then he'd go to work. He'd be on websites all day long. You think getting a code is going to stop this guy if he really wants the porn?
Yeah, and you think he can't figure out Windows to get to his addiction, which apparently is devastating. When he broke up with his wife,
yeah,
right?
So he and his wife are breaking up, and he said, quote, he's experiencing emotional distress to the point of hospitalization.
Oh, dude, who masturbates so much that they put themselves in the hospital? I mean, the guy's record-breaking in a couple of different directions.
Okay, so porn addiction is real. People do suffer from it, so I don't want to belittle that. But at the same time, you got to take personal responsibility. It's like, I don't know, you get addicted to a drug, and then you freaking go blame, like, the high school that you went to. Mm-hmm. Like, I got addicted, but why are you blaming your high school? Well, the high school could have taken measures to prevent drug dealers from hanging out in the corner.
Right. You know who else could have taken measures?
You! Exactly. It's personal responsibility. And I want to read one of his quotes. He says the following: Apple, by the way, he refers to himself as a lawyer, and I don't believe him, just based on the way he writes and all that other stuff. He says, Apple knew or should have known that the impact of such a condition could destroy the plaintiff's family, quality of life, income-producing capability, and so forth. Apple should see this lawsuit as a warning sign of the class action lawsuits to follow in the event Apple elects to resist the plaintiff's reasonable request.
Okay. I love the idea of Steve Jobs inventing Apple, and he's working on it, etc., and he's putting it together. But he's like, on the other hand, if I make this computer, maybe some jackoff, literally, will one day ruin his life and will not be able to go to work because he's beating off so much. Okay, you know what? Never mind. I'm not going to do it.
Come on.
Come on, man. That's ridiculous. And by the way, you can tell he's not a lawyer because he named the lawsuit Applejacks.
We're unbearable. That's what we are.